Pollution Control Board has released the latest data on noise pollution in the city for the past 6 months. And going by the stats, it looks like Bengalurians have had sleepless nights with noise levels breaching permitted limits even in residential areas. Here's a report.
Bengaluru, once a pensioner's paradise and a garden city, is now suffering due to high levels of air and noise pollution. And that's the reason the High Court on Monday came down heavily on the KSPCB for failing to control pollution in the city. And there seems to be a reason for the High Court making such observations. The pollution levels in Bengaluru are extremely high, and data released from the noise pollution monitoring stations of the KSPCB threw up some worrying stats. Data from 5 monitoring stations from January to July this year show that BTM layout, which is a residential area, is seeing high levels of noise pollution. The noise levels are 19.6% above the permissible level during daytime, while it is a whopping 37.7% above permissible levels during nighttime. In comparison, Marthahalli, which is largely a commercial area, seems to be doing better with the noise pollution level within the permissible limit during daytime, while at nighttime the area's noise pollution level sees a 9% increase above the permissible level. Basaveshwar Nagar, which is largely a residential area, has witnessed noise pollution above permissible limits. During daytime, the pollution is 5.6% above the limits, while during nighttime it is 18.6% above limits. The extension of nightlife too seems to have its effect on the noise pollution levels. Church Street, which is a commercial area, has recorded noise pollution which is 2% above limits during daytime, and during the night it increases by a whopping 13%. Surprisingly, Pina industrial area has recorded readings which are largely within the limits. The data shows noise levels being breached during nighttime in residential areas, spoiling the sleep of residents. The Pollution Control Board claims that it is coordinating with various departments to bring down the pollution levels, but agrees that all the concerned departments need to do a lot more to tackle the problem.
As per the information given by the Transport Department, there are around 53 lakhs vehicles in the Bangalore city, and every year 10% of the vehicles will be added to the road. So this is the main reason for the noise pollution, and also the construction activities, and especially during the night times, sometimes this the borewell drilling and public address systems. So these are all causing the noise.
The Malleshwaram Residents Welfare Association, which is fighting to bring down noise levels in a once peaceful locality, feels that the larger problem is with the lack of planning for the city and failure in implementing laws. A coordination committee involving stakeholders like the Transport Department, Traffic Police, BBMP and others have been formed, and the KSPCB has given a set of guidelines to all of them on what needs to be done. But with the departments failing to implement all these guidelines effectively, Bengalurians will have to suffer in a noisy city. Harish Upadhyay for News 9.
The current BBMP Council has another 7 months left to complete its tenure, but they have just about decided to give the citizens a bitter pill by way of increasing the property tax. Here's a report.
Do you own a house in Bengaluru, any commercial establishment? Then get ready to shell out more property tax from April 2015. Cash-strapped BBMP is all set to give a green signal for increasing the property tax, which has not been increased from 2008. The move comes after the state government rejected the BBMP's proposal to hike taxes every 5 years and instead asked the Palike to increase it every 3 years. The Chief Minister too had asked the BBMP to augment its tax collection during the Kempegowda Award ceremony. The Commissioner has now sent the proposal to the Finance and Taxation Committee, and it might come to the Council for approval.
Tax revision matter has been referred to the committee, Tax and Finance Committee. After it is approved, it will go to the Council. Only after Council is approved, we can revise the taxes in Bangalore. This proposal earlier also we have taken it to the Council, that the Council has not approved it, deferred it. Now also again we are making an effort because more than 6 years back we have not revised the property tax in Bangalore. There is an urgent need for revision of property tax, which we are doing.
The new property tax might see a hike of around 20% for the residential properties, while property tax for commercial space might be increased anywhere between 25 to 30%. The BBMP is expected to rake in an additional 800 to 1,000 crores by increasing the taxes.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಎರಡು ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಸತಿಗೆ 40% ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋದು, ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 60% ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಪ್ರತಿ 3 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ಗೆ ನಾಳೆ 22ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೊಂದು 700-800 ಕೋಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇದೆ 2,500 ಕೋಟಿ, ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ವರ್ಷ ಅಂದರೆ 2015 ಏಪ್ರಿಲಿಂದ ಅದು ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬರೋಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಅದು ಮಂಜೂರಾತಿ ಬಂದ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ BBMP.
But many councillors are said to be unhappy with the timing of the hike in property taxes, as it will be implemented around the time when BBMP elections are supposed to take place. But with BBMP finances in the doldrums, this hike is said to be inevitable. Harish Upadhyay for News9.
Even as the cultural capital of Karnataka is gearing up for the Dasara celebrations, an official invite was handed over to Girish Karnad to grace the celebrations as the chief guest. Here's a report.
It's official now. Veteran actor, director and writer Girish Karnad will be the chief guest for this year's Dasara celebrations. A government delegation today visited Karnad's house in JP Nagar and extended an official invitation to him. The delegation, comprising of Mysore in charge Minister Srinivas Prasad, Senior Minister Mahadev Prasad and the Mysore Mayor, handed over the invitation to Karnad. When the Dasara Celebrations Committee headed by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah announced the name of Girish Karnad to be the guest of honour for this year's festivities, there was hue and cry over his selection. It's a known factor that the veteran writer has campaigned for Congress in the recently held general elections. Hence, it was alleged that the Chief Minister was paying back to Karnad. But with the invitation officially handed over to him, all controversies pertaining to the issue are laid to rest. The invite was handed in a traditional way.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದು ಅವ್ರು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾದಂಥದ್ದು, ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದಂಥದ್ದು. ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಂಥದ್ದು ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಕಾರ್ನಾಡ್ ಅವರು ನಾಸ್ತಿಕವಾದಿಗಳು, ಪತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ತಿಕವಾದಿ. ಅದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಬರಬೇಕು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಭಾಳ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಒಪ್ಪಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
Well, questions were raised as to how Karnad would kickstart the celebrations, since he is known for his rational and revolutionary write-ups. He is also a known atheist. The chief guest has to perform worship to the goddess Chamundi, and he also has to take part in several religious activities. But Karnad said that he is an Indian citizen and would carry out the responsibility assigned to him by government in all earnest.
ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಗದಗನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾವ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗನಿಗಾದರೂ ಇದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸನ್ಮಾನ, ಒಂದು ಜೀವಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ, ಒಂದು ಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಚಿವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಉಳಿದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ಒಂಥರ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ತರಿಸುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಸಂಗ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
The festivities get underway on 25th September and the preparations are happening on a war footing. Girish Karnad will inaugurate the celebrations and it's official now. Amrita Patil, News9, Bengaluru.
If you're planning to install a pandal or intending to have a big celebration this Ganesha Chaturthi, Bengaluru police might end up playing spoil sport if you don't adhere to their rules. Here's a report.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि.
Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations this year, as always, are expected to be flamboyant. Devotees will not be sparing any expense to not compromise on the festivities. With just a week to go, preparations are on in full swing. Bengaluru police have reminded all the known organisers of the regulations that are already in place for Ganesh Chaturthi.
As usual, we have given directions to all the organisers that they should obtain permission, they should obtain required no objection certificates from various departments. The thing is that from police they have to obtain permission for setting up pandal, and similarly from electrical inspector there is one NOC required, because they have to check that all electrical connections that they are in place. Similarly, for the safety and security of the pandal, we are proposing that they should they should install CCTV cameras, so that there is no untoward incident. There's some miscreant, they should not play mischief, and they should spoil the atmosphere of Bangalore city.
Apart from this, they have paid special attention to pandals and security around these. Not only have the organizers been directed to install CCTV surveillance, but also have 2 people stationed at the pandals at all times. The measure is to keep an eye over antisocial elements and to avoid any untoward incidents. Also, there will be an eye on those who forcibly collect donations for the Chaturthi.
We have told that whatever, whoever wants to give voluntarily any contribution for the celebration of Ganesha festival, there is no problem with regard to that thing. But if someone tries to force upon someone tries to extort, then we are going to register case against those people. We are going to take legal action against those people. So no one should indulge in forcible extortion, like extortion of money in the name of Ganesha festival. And if some criminal incident, like some stabbing takes place, some eve-teaching takes place, then organizers, they will be held responsible for that.
Coming to Ganesh Visarjan, the corps have strictly stated that no Visarjan should be made post 10 p.m. This is to ensure that the celebrations do not cause disturbance in residential areas. Apart from this, BBMP will also be coming out with regulations for Visarjan to cause minimal pollution. There are just 8 days left for the much-awaited festival to begin. The corps seem to be taking precautionary measures to make sure the Gauri Ganesha celebrations go without a hitch. Nagendra Babu for News9 Bengaluru.
And well, the Ice Bucket Challenge has gone viral across the world, and we at News9 have decided to start the trend here in Bengaluru. My colleague Vivek Vinayak was challenged to take up the Ice Bucket Challenge, and take a look at who he nominated.
Well, have you heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge? Of course you would have. It's got viral on the internet, and my colleague Vivek Vinayak right here is going to kickstart the Bengaluru version of Ice Bucket Challenge. Well, Vivek, all set to put ice cold water on your head?
Thank you. Of course, a challenge coming my way, and I don't accept it. Impossible. I am going to take up the Ice Bucket Challenge. But before that, let me tell you what the challenge is all about. There is a neurodegenerative disease called ALS, which affects the nerve cells in the spinal cord and the brain. And whoever takes up the Ice Bucket Challenge has to donate $100 to ALS for charity, or pour a whole bucket of ice water on your head. Yes, and that is the challenge, and I'm going to take it up and finish it without any worries.
But Vivek, this looks really cold, okay? This is like freezing cold. Are you sure? Are you sure you can take it up? Like, seriously?
You know, sometimes hot people need to cool down, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm doing this. Bring it on, baby.
And also because it's for a good cause.
Absolutely, it's for a good cause, and I'm all set for the Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's see what it looks like.
I'm all set to pour the ice cold water on Vivek's head.
That's all. That's all. That's all. I finished the Ice Bucket Challenge. And now I'm going to nominate 3 more people who are going to finish the Ice Bucket Challenge. And that's going to be my colleague, Deepak Bopanna. Person number 2, Ulfat Sultan of Bengaluru, RJ Rakesh. And number 3 is going to be Danish Seth. Let's see if these dudes can finish the Ice Bucket Challenge. I'm feeling cold.
If you have taken up the Ice Bucket Challenge, send us your video with your name and area, and rest assured that we will play it on our channel. WhatsApp your video to 9980945138 or post it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/News9Live.